Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and I bought some stuff.
Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Montana. I've got a day job, work at a radio station. When I get done there, sometimes I go to the thrift store, and today I did just that. Now, it was 50% off with a Facebook coupon today, so the place was busy, and it had been busy all day, which means a lot of stuff was gone. But I made it a mission to find some stuff that I could get at 50% off and bring home for a profit. Didn't get a ton of it, but I'm going to show you what I picked up. And then when we're done, I'm going to show you, we've been talking about it, the piece of artwork from the Ukrainian artist. It's here. I'm going to show you the piece, actually, two pieces. She sent me a second. So we're going to run two auctions. All of that money going to benefit a nonprofit in Ukraine helping refugees. Oh, but before we switch over to the stuff on the table, thanks to everybody who swung by the Whatnot auction on Wednesday afternoon. Some cool figures that we moved out and some great deals on stuff. We're going to do it again today, Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be running some vintage Star Trek, Star Wars figures, new figures on damaged cards. Now, these aren't figures out of the 70s or 80s for Star Wars. It's like the 90s vintage, but still some cool pieces. I think there is a Darth Vader watch in there. There's a walkie-talkie set that's like a Darth Vader and Stormtrooper helmet. There's a Millennium Falcon thing, and there's some cool stuff in there. So swing on by 4 p.m. Eastern, Thursday, today, if you're watching this a day of, and maybe you get a good deal for either personal use or if you want to even resell the stuff. You never know what you're going to find in one of my Whatnot auctions. So here we go, guys. Let's take a look at the stuff that I picked up today. Like I said, not a lot, but it's stuff that's going to make us some money. A couple hats. You guys know I like buying, selling, and wearing hats. This is Welcome Home. This is from Fallout, Bethesda. This is a Fallout hat, and it's new, unworn. It's still got the little paper thing in there. There's a couple of spots on there that'll wipe off super easy. I don't think this is high dollar, but I think it's probably a $10 or $12 hat. So, you know, a little bit of profit there, and 50% off today. We paid $1. So I'll buy something for $1 that's easy like this to then go and sell it for 10. You know, why not? So I picked up that guy, and we picked up this as well. I like picking up Nike hats. Nike hats do well. Nike golf hats, Nike running hats, stuff like that. This is a dry fit, and it's got it's kind of cool. It's got that old school, just little bitty swoosh on there. Nice color hit with the yellow on the blue, and in very nice condition. It's used. There's a mark there that I have to clean off, but otherwise in very nice shape. You can see here. Heritage 86 is this one. It's dry fit. So this, I believe, as clean as it is, and nice colorway. There's not a lot in this colorway. This is probably in the neighborhood of $12 to $15, I would guess. So that, a solid little pickup. This Farscape, I like picking up media as well. Farscape was a series on the Sci-Fi Channel. And this is the follow-up movie. Basically, the series ended, and it sort of had some open-ended stuff. Like, they obviously didn't finish it up because the series ended. And so this is like the follow-up movie that came out later, and they tried to wrap up the storyline. So this is out of print. It's relatively hard to find just out there in general, though you can find it on eBay, and it sells quite well. So this is probably going to be $10 or so, $10, $12 plus shipping. So again, spending $1 to make 10, I'm good. Same thing with that. That was $1. So bought it for $1, gonna sell it for 10. This guy, I don't buy a lot anymore. This is Revereware. You can see it's an 1801. There we go. A 3/4 quart pan or pot, whatever. There we go. And it's got a nice bottom on it. I'll do a little bit of cleaning on that, just a light cleaning. I'm not going to put a lot of work into this because it's not worth a ton, though this smaller one does tend to sell relatively well, and it's got the lid. And so, you know, inside is clean. It's in nice shape. It'll just take a little bit of cleaning on the bottom. Revereware got a little bit flooded. did the market, but this will still sell for about $15. I paid $1 for this guy. So 15 bucks for that. I am happy with. Easy little shipper there. Starbucks mugs tend to do okay. This one, not great, but I picked it up for, I think this one was 50 cents. I didn't have a tag on it. I'd have to look at the receipt and see what she charged me, but I believe it was 99 cents, so she charged me 50. You can see it's from 2009. This is a Starbucks travel mug, and it's got the logo on there, like some hard water stains on there. You know, it'll clean off. So this is just the little lid right there that pops open. It's clean inside. So I did pick this one up for 50 cents. I think it'll sell for about 15 bucks like this other. Ooh, just about knocked it over. And then this one I actually thought would be better than what it is. If you keep an eye out for right there, the OXO brand, they make a lot of organizers, like the stuff to organize your pantry and your closet, stuff like that, different containers. And a lot of the TV shows, they make their stuff, even the cooking shows, stuff like that. They make their containers, relatively expensive stuff. So I thought this would be better than what it was. I paid, again, $1. I bought everything for $1 today almost, other than that guy. And so I picked this up thinking, yeah, that's going to be the score of the day. It does sell well. It's got right around, I think, 100% sell-through rate. There's various forms of this with different handles and stuff. But this tea kettle should do okay. It'll sell for about 15 to 20 bucks, probably about 20 bucks. And you can see there, $1.99, I paid $1 for it. So relatively clean. I just got to wipe it down, and we'll get between 15 and 20 bucks. So let's say 15, and let's just call this one 15. So there's 30. There's another 15. That's what, 45. Call this one 10.55. Let's just call both of these 10, 65, 75. So we made 75 and we spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50. So, well, 50, right? So let's call it $6. We'll round it up for easy math. We spent $6, and before obviously fees and taxes, we're going to make 75. I'll take that. So no high dollar stuff in there, but a couple of easy listers, or really, frankly, all of it is easy listing. And when you're spending $1 and you can make 15, is a $15 sale huge? No, but look at your ROI there. It's pretty strong. And so when it's stuff that sells well, is easy to store, easy to ship, you know, it checks boxes for me. And like I said, I made it a mission to get out of there with something to resell, and I think we did pretty well. So I want to show you, we mentioned it at the front end, I've been waiting. We bought a piece of artwork from a Ukrainian artist. She's been in Montana for 4 years now, and obviously she is wanting to help out back home with all that's going on there. And so she's selling a whole bunch of artwork. She's selling a bunch of stuff and then sending the profits to a nonprofit back in Ukraine that is helping the refugees there. So we purchased a piece of art from her. It's 12 by 9. It's not framed. It's not matted. It's just the art. And we bought that from her. So all of the proceeds for that going to her charity back in Ukraine. And now we're going to auction it off on eBay. I'll put a link down to the auction in the description. I'm going to run it as a short auction, either 3 or 5 days. We'll see what I decide to do there. It might be a 3-day auction. I think I have to pay $1.25 or something to do that, but that's fine because we want to get that money to Paul, the Philly flipper. We've talked about it here the last little bit, and we ran our own little charity auction for that with some Mountain Man gear, but I wanted to do something else. And we were originally going to put this with the Mountain Man gear, put it all in one thing, and we had a suggestion from Jenna and said, hey, you should probably run it separate, and maybe somebody else that wants one doesn't want the other. So Jenna was right. And I had to wait for it to show up anyway. And I got it today, and Svetlana actually added a second piece in there for us. So we're going to run 2 auctions at the same time. I'll separate them by like 5 minutes or something. So if you're interested in both, you can get in on both of them without it finishing. You know what I mean? So I want to show you here. This one is done, she tells me, in traditional Ukrainian folk style. And so really cool purples, blues. It's a neat piece. It's so pretty. Again, it's 12 by 9. She's got it signed right down here. And I think it's really cool. So we're going to, and it's on like a heavier like a cardstock, almost like a heavier paper. So would look beautiful in a frame. Let's put it this way. And I'll try and take some pictures in close-up stuff, and we'll put it, like I said, in the description. We'll put it underneath, but beautiful watercolor. And she actually sent, because I told her what we were doing with it, and she didn't have to, but she sent another one. And so that's neat. It's another piece of artwork that she did, watercolor. And again, in the colors of Ukraine. But this one, a little bit more, you know, right out there in front. Get beside it there. So really neat piece. We're auctioning them both off. 100% of the money going to Paul, the Philly flipper, who's sending it back to a nonprofit called Save a Life. And they are working right now to help out refugees. We've already raised, between our channel and Commonwealth Picker and a lot of reseller channels and a lot of people. He sold more than 100 t-shirts, all of the proceeds for that going to help. We're already up over $7,400 that's going to Ukraine from this community, which is incredible. So hopefully we can add a little bit more to that. Again, links down underneath. So I appreciate you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.